Okay, on my end, OBS is starting to really lag all of a sudden, right before I'm ready to start stream. I don't know if it's streaming out the quality that I'm seeing the preview of, but the frame rate of what I'm seeing the preview of here is not particularly good, like, at all. It's, well, where's my camera? Here it is. I'm not wearing my hat because my hat's soaking wet because it's the thunderstorm outside. Huh. It could be because, let's see here, if I turn on display capture and I open this up, the new screens are almost done. And I have so many layers on this project that the project is starting to really lag. And just before I start stream, it went into not responding mode. Which just tells you, it's a great quality piece, right? Man, the frame rate I'm seeing on OBS is really bad. So, I don't know what's going on there exactly. I'm just gonna turn off display capture. I'm gonna turn on game capture and switch that from Assassin's Creed Odyssey to Persona 3 Reload. And then I'm gonna task manager kill Affinity Photo because that is being super laggy. And now my preview on OBS is looking a lot better. Now it's actually good. Okay, so it was that. Again, I don't know if the frame rate that I was seeing over here is the frame rate that you were seeing, but man, that was, my goodness gracious, that was, certainly something. So, hey, the thing's almost done. I just need to figure out, like, some poster to have behind the monitor and, like, monitor animations and fix up some details and, like, tune it up. I don't know. That's probably not the phrase to use there. Refine it? That's probably the better phrase to use there, right? Anyway, so it's almost done. This will be the last time that I stream this before Fragapalooza, since that's right around the corner now. If I alt-tab off, I love how even when I alt-tab off and it pauses the game, the ground still bugs out in the same way. You love to see it. Anyway, if I move just Discord here, just so I have access to my taskbar, I think that's what it's called, and turn display capture. Oh, that's a crop display capture. Oh, I think I used that for, like, Minecraft recording stuff, like, a decent while back. Where's my normal display capture? Where's my normal display capture? It's currently August 4th. Where's my, oh my god, my mouse cursor? Currently August 4th. So August 8th, so just a few days away. So, yeah, I'm kind of trying to wrap up my final preparations here for this event. I have now printed more than enough dragons for every winner of the tournaments to be able to get one, so I'm just trying to print, like, extra so that there's more choices. My table here has gotten covered. I think I have, like, 14 or 15 to give away now. And there's 2 that I made specifically for the doubles team that I played against in 2019, since they were there last year as well. And they were chill guys. The one guy, Dubspider, I was chatting with a decent bit last year. And so I made them dragons themed on the characters that they were playing, assuming they still play those characters. So, yeah, I'll give those to those 2 guys. And then apart from that, I'm just amassing, like, a big collection. What the heck am I doing? I'm basically just going through the days. We're back into the day-to-day here. I'm just grinding out days and spending time with people and... Is there anybody that would... What's the run button again? It's that. My goodness. I play so many games at once that I get all mixed up. I'm pretty sure I already duplicated a skill card, specifically so I wouldn't start the stream and then immediately forget. I don't know. I guess I'll go hang out here. Wait, do I have a... Whoops. Hangs persona? Yeah, I do right there. I have the weird ferret. But yeah, the one that I'm currently trying to print, whenever I'm not going to be around for a while, I try to print ones that are just going to use that one filament all the way through. Why am I switching my input? I'm getting confused with capture card games. I'm playing this on PC. I alt-tab off. I don't switch inputs. If I'm not going to be around for a while, I just load in one filament, like transitioning ones or multicolor ones, and just let it go at it. But ones that I color change, where it's a few colors, like, I can take one of the ones I printed for those dudos. Here's an Ike-themed dragon, as an example, where it's like, wah! One color up to a certain point there, and then body's like a main color, and then spikes at the top are kind of another color. Ones like that, I want to be around for, so I can color change it. Wah! Just toss that back there. Hello, Zur Samurai. How's it going? Does that show up? I don't see that appearing on, like, the chat box. Unless I just missed that by a hot second. I guess I just missed it by a hot second. I sure saw that test show up. So I've been playing around with, like, different colors in my slicing software here. I saw this one, I was like, whoa, that looks cool. So that's what's being printed now. We did the purple, the black is in progress, and then I'll color change it to silver before the night is done. And yeah, that's what's currently on the print bed. So I am a little bit sleepy, but I have to stay awake at least long enough to do that last color change. And I was like, yeah, let's just play some Persona here. I have to stay up anyway. I feel as if I can grow closer thanks to the Hanged Man Persona Hinugami. I feel like I might grow closer to Maiko suit. Sure, let's do it. Thanks. I need to alt tab off. And where was your thing? That's, oh, this one right here. Wait, what rank are we at?
I don't know what to do. My dad.
What be happening? I should sit with her until she calms down.
Dad.
Oh.
He hit me. He's so mean.
Yeah, that's not a great parent then. Let's see here. Yeah, so I gotta say that's awful.
Yeah. You think so too? That's mean. Stupid meanie. All I did was ask why they're getting
Also,
a divorce. They got mad at me. And
what's the
said
thing that's
they
hanging around my
wanted
neck
it.
on the
Like,
lanyard?
asking, but
Is that my music player
Dad yelled at me and
device?
hit me.
Looks like some sort of weird drug that I take a swig of.
Asking so much. I don't know if they love me anymore. Do they just wish I would disappear?
They would never.
Never? But then, why do they get so mad? What if I ran away from home? I want to know how they really feel about me. If they love me, they'll try to find me, right? It's a secret, okay?
Wait,
Don't tell Mom.
I'm not
and
gonna be
Dad I'm
complicit
running
in this.
away. I know you won't tell.
Maiko seems to trust me a lot. I feel like we're growing closer. All right, now I can go back to my stream manager. All right, well, rank 5 hanged girl at the shrine.
I have to go now. Let's play again sometime.
We did not do any playing. What are you talking about? Part of it is that Maiko had headed back to the dorm. All right. Oh, what am I gonna do in this time slot here? But yeah, as my first semester is done. Nice. The stress and sickness is catching up to you. Gotta do blood test tomorrow. Oh, geez. I hope you pass. No, oh, welcome back. Sorry, I need to talk to Fuka. About what? There's something I have to clear up. I'm sure you're burnt out coming right off an operation. You know, it might do good for you to just rest today. But in all seriousness, I hope that like, goes a-okay. I know some people get really, really lightheaded when they're getting blood drawn. Does my frame rate, like, feel lower right now? Anyway, let's go this way. Last time I would have had blood drawn would have been, like, junior high school, I think, when I... Oh, now the frame rate seems good. Yeah, I don't know what to do then. When I was part of a study where they needed, like, healthy kids to analyze to compare to the sick kids. So one of the things that happened there was I had blood drawn. I don't know what I did to combat the lightheadedness. I think I might have just had like a juice box or something like that. But I was staring at it like as blood was being drawn the entire time. Just because I was like, huh, that's interesting. Where's the command room here? But yeah, past the first one with like actual semester tests, or is this following up about the joke about blood tests? So about last night's operation, did something happen between you and Yukari-chan? Yukari-chan's been acting a little weird lately. Just hope nothing's bothering her. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to apologize for hitting you yesterday. I kept meaning to say something earlier, but I didn't want everyone else to hear. Well, we're standing right beside someone right now, so yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, well, what the heck do I do now with my time slot? Because no one there wants to hang out. I mean, what's available today? What day is it? It's Wednesday. Isn't this the day where it's like, I could gain academics here, but I also can't do it at the place because I don't think they offer the seafood full course on Wednesday. Yeah, God, you wish you didn't contract Dead by Daylight. The mosquito fever. Not actually familiar with that, but it sounds like something that would probably not be super fun, so I'm sorry to hear about that. Because, yeah, if you're already not feeling super great, and then are going and getting a blood test, so blood's being drawn, which will make you a little bit lightheaded, that's probably not going to be super fun. I don't know what the heck to do then with this time slot. What the heck do I do? Nobody wants to hang out with me. I don't think. Yeah, wait, it would have showed the icon at the place if, what's this conversation here? Like, over the area when I was fast traveling. Why is there a conversation thing here? But this is just into the command room. Yeah, and then the conversation icon goes away. Storage room. Wait, what? Door's tightly sealed. I wonder if it's a storage room. That was super enlightening. There's nothing else I can do. Do I just bite the bullet and get academics for a more expensive price than I normally would tonight? I have the monies, but like I want to use them on consumable things. Like, is there something else that I can do here? Maybe I can't do things here. Now that I've beaten another boss, does this guy sell more links or anything like that? Hello, Snow Penguin. How's it going tonight? Does he have any? Oh, he has revenge site note. A note with the URL of a revenge request site that has stirred up a buzz. Oh, thanks. I'll be in search of more exquisite info. So maybe I go check this out, I guess, or something or other. Whoops, I don't need to do that. And that's how I can use my time slot tonight? I'm shocked and lightheaded during the blood test. Drinking water is enough to calm down. Wait, so there's one tomorrow, but you also already did one. So that was the first one there. Gotcha. So hopefully the second one won't be quite as rough there. I'm doing pretty alrighty. Let's spend time on the computer. I've been continuing to print like a whole whack of dragons. Let's see what this URL leads to. A revenge website. This must be the site from those rumors. I don't know if I'm gonna have space across like my desk for them all. If I get like the stage for most of the event anyway, I wonder if they would be okay with me just dumping like a pile of dragons on the stage. There are all kinds of requests posted here. Redacted. I know he's always talking about me behind my back. I hate it. I want revenge. The hate-filled posts pleading for revenge go on and on. Bearing witness to the ugly side of humanity has strengthened my resolve. Wait. Okay, is that connected to the story? Because there was something about a revenge website with a story that I think, that Sephiroth Ocelot, I'm calling him because I don't know what his name is a part of. So I think that's probably important for the thingamabob story. I don't know. I can hear people talking. You know, our campus is actually pretty clean and new. I only noticed after my club had to visit another school. My parents said that our school was rebuilt after an explosion 10 years ago. What? I also heard the explosion wasn't the only reason. Around that time, a lot of students suddenly stopped coming to school. Yeah, that's what happens after an explosion at the school. Maybe that's why they put up the new building. Start with a clean slate. What, you think there's a dark side to Gekko High? You watch way too much TV. There is probably something dark going on here, and that's why it's Tartarus, right? Probably. There's gotta be. It would be silly if there wasn't, story-wise. Let's talk about the Heian era today, if I pronounce that right. I don't spend a lot of time on this, so pay attention. In 794, the Heian Kyo was established. In 894, they abolished imperial embassies to China. I might put this section on the exam next week. I'm feeling lazy. The teachers here suck. Anyway, on to feudalism. Listen carefully, because this has to do with the origins of the samurai. I choose you, Pikachu. I mean, Acoustic, let's see what you know. So, the law permitting permanent ownership of newly cultivated land served as a foundation for the development of feudalism. Thanks to this decree, a lot of land was cultivated. At the same time, a serious problem arose for the farmers. Do you remember what that was? If I had to guess this, social disparity. I'm gonna go to the interwebs and see if I'm right. I totally am. It's the one that, like, seemed the most likely. Yep, you got it. The work doesn't end after you plowed the land. It costs a lot of money to build waterways and stuff on top of that. So the farmers with more wealth and authority could make more money by expanding their lands. On the other hand, those who weren't as affluent had no choice but to remain poor. It's the same old story throughout time. Well, that's all for the Heian period. Wow. And it's gonna be on the test. Man, this school sucks at teaching. Everyone in the classes look at me with respect. Spend like under a minute on it, and then it's gonna be on the test. Which is, that's it for that little subsection unit. Like, what even? This is ended for today. My goodness. And yeah, Thursday, it's coming right up here. So tomorrow is gonna be a family dinner over at my uncle's place, since my mom's cousin from Germany is visiting along with his family, and they're traveling with the family of a friend of his from the States. They're traveling together, so we're gonna do like a big dinner together tomorrow. And then the following day, we're gonna head out to the family's lake cabin, since they want to spend some time out there while they're briefly stopping through the city here. And they're probably gonna be out there until Thursday, but I'm gonna have to come back Wednesday evening, because I gotta be at Frag early on Thursday. Well, I don't have to be, but I'd very much like to be. So yeah, I'm just gonna go out there for like one night, spend a couple days out there, probably work on finalizing my new one of these screens, like wrap up the drawing on that while I'm out there or something like that in the nighttime, and then be pretty much ready to go, get here on Wednesday evening and pack up all my stuff into my vehicle, and then it'll be immediately time to go. And I'm pretty sure that my cousin's younger kiddo and my cousin are just gonna like get there whenever they get there on Thursday, but my cousin's older kid, like, what? Are you kidding me? That was weird. This isn't even my weird, not functional Xbox controller. I'm actually playing with PlayStation right off the get-go this time. Anyway, cousin's older kid, like me, wants to get there, like, as early as possible. So we're both probably gonna wake up at, like, 6 a.m., like, get packed up, and then try to be there, like, I don't know, around 8-ish or something like that. Maybe before that point. We'll see. So yeah, that'll be a long day. They're gonna be helping with the setup, so they'll already get like most of their stuff there on Tuesday and Wednesday, so I won't have to pack a whole lot of stuff on the way there. But greed is such a terrible sin, alas I cannot help but want, and now the number of requests I have for you is increased. Okay, but I'm gonna have to pack a lot more stuff on the way back home, because I'll be packing some of their stuff. Be incredibly pleased should you spare the time to fulfill them. Sincerely yours forevermore, Elizabeth. Like, at least the chairs should all be taken there, like on Tuesday and Thursday, so like the big things will be done. I can sense the power growing within you, stems from the bonds you have forged and nurtured. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. Twilight Fragment.
Forward to it.
I still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further. How may I assist you? What are the new requests? Oh, I already created a persona with torrent shot. You've already completed it. Attack mirror. Okay. Bring you a Christmas star. I have until the next thingamabob to do that. I'm gonna need to look into how this is exactly done. I need to get an old document. Open a bunch of treasure chests. Defeat a rare shadow.
Insist you do anything, but it'd be greatly appreciated.
I'll need a chilled taiyaki. I'm gonna need to figure out where that is. I like to see a pair of Max safety shoes, don't we all? Please feed the cat. I did buy some cat food earlier. I sense a presence. Seems to be a hungry cat somewhere out there. It appears to have trouble finding food, as such as not yet been fed. Would you please find and feed the poor thing? Well, it's a good thing I already brought cat food. Bring something you find from the ocean. And hello, Delta Thingy. How's it going today? Need anything else?
Very well, then.
Sure, okay. So let's go duplicate a skill card. Also, I'm not entirely sure what vehicle I'm gonna end up taking to Fragapalooza. I was thinking it was probably gonna be my car. And probably still will be, but let's see here. Sure, I don't know, that I guess. But earlier today, one of my neighbors who works as a mechanic came by to help me out with my truck a little bit, to try and figure out what's going on and what can we do to maybe make it run, since it was just in the backyard, completely broken down. You can't even start it up. And we ended up taking out the spark plugs and cleaning them with a torch to burn out all the fuel that might have gotten in there from failed attempts to start before, kind of flooding it. And we put them in, and then it started. And it was like, oh, okay. I never in a million years would have guessed that. Like, thank goodness for his help. So I was really grateful to him. And the other day I did end up printing him a dragon to give him his thanks and gave him that. And then afterwards he was enjoying some beers with my dad, and sounds like they were just chatting away for hours on end. So it sounded like they were having a good time. Yeah, honestly, things kind of suck right now. Today overall was good, but things right now are awful. Oh, geez, I'm sorry to hear that. Our partner's helping you through it. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's good to have supportive figures in your life to be able to help with that all. What is going on here? Why is there an exclamation point? What does it mean? Also, why is my frame rate just, like, sucking sometimes? What does the exclamation point mean? Is there, like, a thing going on here? No. Oh, there's a thing here. Oh, this is the cat. Mew, the cat looks very weak. It seems like it might be hungry. Maybe I should give it super cat food. Sure, give it super cat food. Cat is purring loudly. It seems happy. Maybe the cat will feel better if I come back and feed it again tomorrow. I don't remember where I bought the cat food from. Was that the pharmacy or something? Do I just have to do this, like, for a few days? Kids and family, sports, school. Man, I can buy some more cat food tomorrow. What's the hangout there? Is that just like the elderly couple? Yeah, it is. Okay. So, you gotta love how I spawn in there when I fast travel in, but this isn't the load zone to fast travel out. Like, what? Video games, huh? Maybe I'll go hang out with the moon guy. Okay, what I'll do. Do I have a moon persona? No, I gotta go buy one. Anyway, so I managed to get the truck working with his help, and I was like, oh, that's cool and exciting. And as it was running, he was adjusting this screw on the carburetor that controls how much fuel the engine gets as it's idling, and just trying to find the sweet spot, and it seemed like he found a good spot. And so I ended up taking it for a test drive just around the neighborhood here, while, like, a vehicle was following behind me, so just in case I break down, like, help is there. Let's see here. Should I? Yeah, sure, do that. And it seemed to work a-okay. Like, my clutch is still a little bit funny, but it got me around, and it was like, okay, well, my parents were planning on visiting my uncle's place where, like, all the family and guests are at right now, and just, like, hang out and chat with them for a little while. And he lives not super far, so my dad was asking, like, oh, are we gonna try taking the truck now? That was just broken down this morning, but works now, and I was like, sure, let's do it. And drove it there, and, like, it got me there just fine. Fun to drive again for the first time in a while. Parked it there, and I was kind of chatting about it with some of the visitors there, and, like, showing it and stuff, because it's a fun thing to chat about, and a lot of people find it interesting. And when I was showing it and I tried to start it, I couldn't start it. I was like, oh, that's a little bit concerning. I hope it's not just broken down here. So I did a little bit of finagling. I adjusted the choke manually, which is like, choke and throttle are things that are just done, well, throttle's always done by a pedal as well nowadays in modern vehicles, but there's a throttle knob on there that I can do to change, like, how much fuel it's getting before I even put my foot on the pedal. And choke is the other big thing, which just controls, like, how much air is getting into the engine. Thing that all modern engines would just do automatically, but back then, you had to do it yourself and find the golden spot, especially for starting it. You want to have a lot of choke when you're initially starting it, get like a good vacuum of instead of, you know, like, you're gonna get a lot more pressure with the restriction sucking in air to initially start it. So I don't know where to adjust that choke just looking at the knob until I mark it with a Sharpie. I'll do it like tomorrow. So I just had to take off like the air filter and then adjust it manually to where I want the choke and then put the air filter back on. Then I was like, okay, this should be good. I should be able to start it and drive it home. And then when it was time to go home, I was able to start it and I was able to drive it home. But by the time that it was time to go home, I should have remembered the weather forecast earlier today and figured that it probably wasn't a great time to take it, considering it's raining. It's thunderstorming right now, unless it started letting up since I started streaming. But, like, this is like video of it running earlier and getting it started up. I am a little bit sketched out about it. And yeah, considering it's, like, super dark out and raining, I just pulled it in forwards. I can back it out when it's, like, sunshiny and clear skies and not super dark. So I managed to get it home. The windshield wipers were actually working better than I thought they would, considering they're pretty rinky-dink thing. They don't use any electricity. They use vacuum generated by the engine. And so if you have your foot on the gas, they stop working. And you take your foot off the gas and they start going. That was old school stuff. But the windshield wipers were actually working really, really good today. I feel like as I'm using them more and more, they are getting easier and easier to use. So even if I had my foot on the gas, they'd still be moving a little bit as long as I wasn't really pressing in the gas. And I was honestly surprised. So they were working pretty well. Like, I was getting a lot of mist or fog, whatever the stuff is on the windows there. So my dad, who was in the passenger seat, was trying to finagle with the heater and figure out how to set it to defrost mode to get that off of there. So it was a little bit difficult to see. So I was like paying very close attention to the roads, but it seems to work. I'll adjust the choke tomorrow so I can actually make it consistent and reliable. I didn't bother doing that while things weren't working because I just needed to test it and make sure it was working first and foremost. But I'll set it up the way that I like it tomorrow, put a couple hours into it. But it seems like it's working, as long as I know where the choke is, which again, I'll do that tomorrow. So it's like, I didn't really want to take it to Fragapalooza and put the tent in the back and just sleep in there. Because one, there's more space, it's a lot more comfortable. And two, it's just fun. It's just fun to be able to take that to that. But it's like, I only just got it on the road today, Sunday here. Well, now it's after midnight, it's Monday now. But it was still broken down as of Sunday when Fragapalooza on Thursday. Do I really want to risk it taking it all the way there? I mean, when I brought it last year, it was still in a very sketchy state, and I was not at all good at driving it yet when I took it last year. I just needed to take it to the Crystal Glass that's in Leduc near, like, basically right close to where Fragapalooza is taking place, because Leduc Crystal Glass was the only Crystal Glass location willing to work on something so old. And so I needed to get it there anyway, so I was like, oh, I'll just take it for Fragapalooza. And despite the sketchiness with it, it brought me there, it brought me back. It stalled a few times, but I got it figured out. I got it to and fro. So, like, I trust it more now than I did then, but I'm still a little bit worried considering it was just broken down earlier today. So, I think I'm going to test it a whole bunch over the next couple days and see how reliable it actually is, and then I'll decide probably on Wednesday if I'm taking my truck the following day. So, yeah, we'll see. I'd also need to figure out how I load everything, considering last year, both my truck and my car were brought since my friend from Germany, Finn, was just driving my car, and I could load a whole bunch of stuff into there. All the mechanical stuff like computers and things. I could just toss all the chairs and stuff in the back box of my truck. But if I'm just driving my truck, it's like, is there a good place to put my computer in there? Like, I'd be going with my little cousin in the morning, and I guess, like, he would just basically be holding on to my computer and monitor in the cab, like between his legs or something like that. Or maybe I sit in the driver's side, he sits in the middle, and then like my computer and monitors are pushed up against the passenger's door or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how it would work. So even just transportation wise, it might make more sense to take my car there at least. On the way back, it'd probably be better like taking my truck because here's just a box that I can fill with all the chairs that we need to take back. And then I can put like my computer in my cousin's car, but on the way there, it's, I don't know. I've got stuff to figure out. I don't know whether I'm taking it to Frag or not, but there's good news in that it seems to be working, and we'll see if it's continuing to work as I test it over the next few days. We are at rank 2, sure. I'll hang out with him. Wait, I did just get a moon persona, right? Yeah, we can grow closer. Wonderful, my gourmet friend. Let's see. Last time we ascended to a juicy paradise, yes. I know just where to go next. Oh, I need to go find the right thingamabob here. I would be more comfortable sleeping and regulate temperature a whole lot. But honestly, the bigger reason is just like, it's fun to bring. It's kind of the case.
Is that enough appetizers?
So,
excuse me, sir. 2 bowls of the usual
yeah,
today.
it's a situation.
One of them is extra large.
It's finally like good news on the front of that truck. Finally, after 10 months of nothing but seemingly bad news. Bowls were replaced with 2 fresh new ones.
Once you taste this,
It was very shortly after Fragapalooza last year that it broke down.
Noodles. Yes.
And it had been broken down since. Well, It'd been functional on and off, but with a leak.
Jewel of the secret menu.
But now it's
Even
working.
better than the
And I
Hagakure.
look underneath it,
The
and it's
simple,
not leaking
soft
any
base
fluids.
broth complemented
It's
by the rich,
amazing.
spicy
Not to be
miso
leaking
sauce.
anything.
It's like a
10 months of
microcosm
work.
the miracle of creation.
So like I said, I trust it more than I did last year. I brought it last year out of necessity. This year I don't have to. Incredible flavor melts away my troubles.
It's all about that secret menu.
But yeah, it's I don't know.
Oh, how will people find it if it's too secret? Whatever.
I think
The harder
tomorrow
think
is just
about it,
gonna be
the
like a
hungrier
massive
I'm gonna
truck
get.
troubleshooting day. That's what it's gonna be.
Sir, don't toss out that first bowl, all right? That soup and I have unfinished business. This
I've
is
been doing a
huge
lot of
honor
preparation
you,
for
you know?
Fragapalooza lately.
You're only the second
During
person
my
to
layouts
taste
and
this
stuff.
after me. Don't forget to blow on the noodles to cool them off.
I did change my Smash layouts a little bit recently. I can really feel Suemitsu's kindness. I feel like our relationship is stronger. Did I say a thing? Oh, maybe it's one of those ones where it's afterwards. Because I was looking at the website, I was like,
What a lucky
I haven't
guy
had a
you are.
prompt
And
to
you get be friends
say a
with me.
thing, unless I was
And
just playing on
so
such
you know, you
autopilot.
wouldn't be getting this with my younger brother. Because
That I
the
didn't
gourmet
notice
king
that I
brother is
entered the
not
wrong thing.
gourmet king.
But I think it's fine.
So, do you get
Okay,
me?
this is a thing I need to answer for,
Who
according
am
to the
I?
site.
Go on, I want to hear it come out of your mouth.
The Gourmet King.
My word, not so loud. Are you trying to embarrass me? Here, have some of my boiled egg. I had a couple of bites, but it's still good. No more talking. The food's gonna be a chewy, flavorless mess if we don't eat up. Sir? Sir? You saved that first bowl, right? Because I'm gonna be needing it.
So Mitsu and I finished our ramen and I went back to the dorm. Alright, now I can alt-tab and go back to the stream manager. Alright. I feel so welcome. Feel rested, plenty of time for the next full moon. I wish I could totally take a slow file start next week, so I'd like you to care for your health and concentrate on your studies. Yeah, my academics is good enough here. And yeah, I mean, the plan if it needs to get towed is pretty much just get it towed. In the 2 years that I've owned it, I've needed to tow it 3 times already. So, like, I'm kind of familiar with getting it towed at this point. The most recent time was like 3 weeks ago. Something like that. Most recent time that it was broken down. So, yeah, hopefully it doesn't come down to that. But, like, I feel like as it's getting worked on, it is getting better and better. It should have, hopefully, need to happen less and less. It would really, really suck getting it towed with, like, a whole bunch of equipment and stuff inside. But, like, I'm gonna do a lot of testing over the next few days to see if it even seems like feasible and it's working reliably and like there's probably no issues. Because right now, I don't trust it. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of driving it over the next few days to see, will this work? Is it gonna be okay? Hopefully, maybe. Should probably do some studying and then I get a bunch of academics that way, I think, right? And may as well build it up even if it isn't necessary for right now. So yeah, there's that essentially. The retro area looks so cool. Is there an idea of like what it's gonna look like? I know that it was announced, and I've been chatting with the one dude that's running it at least. I don't know the other people that are running it, but the one guy that's mainly running things there, I've been chatting a decent bit with. I know that there's plans to run Smash Melee, Street Fighter, and maybe other things for like little miniature tournaments at least. I don't recall what the other things are, but I think there's at least 3 things that there's gonna be tournaments for. And then also just like general free play area of retro kind of stuff. And I was reached out to for help with the bracketing. And the last time that I emailed them, I gave them like a whole description of this is what I do for bracketing, this is how it works, this is how the double elimination format works if that's what you want to do. And they never replied to me. So, like, hopefully they saw that or were like, huh, that's really helpful information. But, like, I haven't heard from them since then. There have been a couple people that I haven't heard to that I've reached out to about frag stuff. Tuesday, came back to get a drink, got caught by Mitsuru, as you can see. I think this gives me a +4, right? Not worried about Akihiko's grades. More worried he'll run off and do some reckless training. Studying has the added benefit of preventing that possibility. Here we are, even though I'm mostly done studying for the exams. Then why don't you overlook acoustic studies? That is, if he's able to join us. Let's see here. So, for boosting academics, Let's see here. Dorm studying is, yeah, +4 normally and +5 on last day. I may as well get +4, and then I get it for free anyway. Sure.
I see.
All right. Sit down. I'll be your study coach.
I was hoping to go for another run after rehydrating.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat 2
believe
is the
you've done
other
enough
thingamabob.
Physical
Well,
activity for one day. Any more and you'll hurt yourself.
Fine. So, were there any subjects you needed help with?
Any tips for grasping formulas? And Quake 3 as well. Oh yeah, that was a thingamabob.
Are you concerned about getting bored and losing focus? In that case, try a quick workout between problems. The brain perks up once you get the circulation flowing.
Ah, that's the strat.
Looking forward to your next workout is a great way to stay motivated. In any case, I advise having a good workout ready to treat yourself with after a study session. It all comes down to making it a regular habit. Just a little each day really adds up.
I wasn't going to say anything, but Akihiko, working out isn't normally a reward for most people. On top of that,
That was what I did, but with video editing.
Long-term habits, mere days before
During
the
some of my
exam.
semesters. If I was getting bored and losing focus when I was trying to study, just take a break and work on channel
How
stuff.
would you recommend cramming for it?
So it's like I'm still being efficient working on something, and then I go back to studying after a bit.
That's
what I used to do.
On memorizing material that is
Back
like
when I was a
practice.
student.
If you give it your
2
all,
months
it
ago.
shouldn't be too difficult. Easier than facing the enemy wholly unprepared, at least.
Well, we can talk all night, but doing is where the magic happens. Here, let me give you some practice problems.
The two of them continued giving me rigorous advice. Wow, a whole bunch of points. Make me smarter, even though I'm already smart enough.
You catch on
Make me even
quick.
smarter.
You immediately took what you learned and put it into practice. All
What
you
did I
need
learn?
now is some strength training and you'll be unstoppable. Once
I
the
actually
exams
do
are
need to
over,
get back into like
why don't we
physical
dive into Tartarus for a
exercise.
bit and get some
Get back
workouts
into
in?
Taekwondo.
You never change. I'll
But
need to
I can't this
continue
week.
keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't
Next week for
overdo
sure,
it.
if I'm not too sleep deprived after frag.
The more you study and the more you train, the better results you'll get. I look forward to seeing what you'll accomplish from here on. Let's call it here for today. I want to get some stretches in before heading to bed.